third episode of Throw the Flag podcast, featuring this time I'm talking
What
Micatron
up, Mike
for
Dog?
all the fantasy league members there. Oh,
It's me, your boy.
also 219. Number 219 for the fantasy team last
Shoo!
week. Whew.
Big points.
Dang, it's your boy Action Jackson from the Fantasy League,
Come
aka
on,
is Juan.
what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy Soldier Boy. Tell them.
All right, man. This is Juan. He got 10 out of he went 10-5 on this week's predictions, man. Me and you went 8-7.
I still whoop y'all.
The only games I'm really gonna give him is obviously the Baltimore game. He called that you got to go with your team, and then he called the upset for Washington and Indianapolis. That helped him.
I told y'all. I told y'all the Commanders were gonna be my upset. They gotta
Any
win. They gotta
any
win somewhere.
any team that's playing against Indianapolis at this point is probably going to beat them.
I say at some
Don't let.
point, when are they gonna be the upset? Like
I did see that they've got a new offensive coordinator, so
yeah.
Don't tell
not
Brian that.
saying you blame that, but
I wanna talk about a couple of these trades though, man. Like, you had Claypool going to the Bears. That's like the biggest one I know so far. Like I know there's more, so I was gonna touch on the ones y'all who caught y'all's eye.
That Claypool one. I mean, how do you think Justin Fields is gonna play with Claypool now that
Better,
he got. I
better.
mean, Claypool's not a top 5 receiver, but he's still solid enough to give Justin Fields that help on the outside that he needs.
He's who put Pittsburgh in the game against Philadelphia last week.
oh yeah, for sure.
What did they get
And
out
now
of him?
the Wall
I think
What did
some picks. I think actually the Texans, I believe, had the Ravens' second round pick, and that's what they sent back to the Steelers.
I think so too. How about that Roquan Smith trade though? That's a good solid to our. That's a good addition to our defense though.
And I
Our,
want you to hear who's saying that right now. A
huh?
Ravens fan.
I'm just saying, man. Think about it. I mean, we've needed help on that linebacker position, and Roquan Smith gives us that help that we need. I don't think he's playing Monday, but I think he will be playing next week. And then we got David Ojabu coming in soon. So I mean, that's help on the linebacker position, and that's basically the main position we needed. Our DBs need a little bit of work, but our DBs are still solid.
Right. Uh, I want to talk about because I forgot about it. Like I took it out. I want to talk about
Mhm.
the McCaffrey trade again. Tyler, how do you
Yeah.
feel about seeing that man throw a throwing touchdown, rush for a touchdown, and catch one all in the same game?
I mean, you put a good player on a good team with a good coaching staff, and that's what happens, bro.
Yeah, I loved it, man,
You
because like
know?
it goes to show like obviously the dude can really go crazy.
Yeah, I'm forever still
Yeah, you got to be.
a Christian McCaffrey fan. The same way, like I've said before, that some Patriots fans are still Brady fans, or like when Steve Smith left and went and played with Baltimore for a year. I was a huge Steve Smith fan. I wasn't a fucking Baltimore Ravens fan, but
Right.
I respect Christian McCaffrey as a player, and he proved himself this last week.
Right. What about the Bengals, man? Like they froze on us Monday.
Jamar Chase, bro. Same way that Minnesota is sitting so pretty because of Jefferson. It's the same thing with Jamar Chase and the Bengals, bro. Like you remove one key player like that, and the whole team falls apart.
Now with Cincinnati, I mean, they still got a pretty solid receiving core like T. Higgins. That's all I can think of. Anyways, yeah, no, it's about if you can stop Jamar from getting open, getting them deep routes, or sometimes he'll take a curl route and take it to the house. If you can stop that, the Bengals gonna be in trouble because obviously their O line can't guard. They need to start taking snaps and punt formation so they can give him a couple extra seconds. Because man, he gonna retire by the time he 26.
I just find it really interesting how you ain't really talked in the group chats much lately, but last week you pointed out how if the Ravens or Steelers wouldn't win the division. It's gonna be Cincinnati, and they just go and get whooped by the
Shit, the
Browns.
bullshit. Yeah.
Hey,
And
Brandon
I've
proved
been
me
saying,
wrong.
if you go back and listen to our first podcast, I've been saying that the Browns got a team, bro.
Yeah,
They just got to figure something out.
yeah. And
Man,
Deshaun Watson, he's coming back soon. I picked him up in fantasy league.
Yeah,
He's on the market. I just, that's trade bait.
yeah, but
yeah,
also the thing, Deshaun is if he plays like he did in the preseason, they in trouble
Yeah, yeah.
because
Um,
he ain't do nothing in preseason. But he can come back and be in full form. Who knows? But yeah, y'all prove me wrong, man. But as of right now, the Bengals are still second in the division
yeah,
because of record, but they're also 0-3 in the division, so that's not good.
yeah. So, last week we talked about the Steelers, and you said feed him to the wolves, and see if he does good or if he does bad.
yeah.
So I watched that game. So now I've seen firsthand how Kenny Pickett plays. He actually played good against the Eagles. No matter how it wasn't the best performance, but it he
But he
definitely
was
played good.
playing the best team in the league.
Yeah. And then I seen where you have players that are trying to be game savers at the wrong time. The, Najee Harris. He caught on a short route. He had 3 yards to get and did not move at all. He was trying to do some jukes or whatever and did not get that first down. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
and then I seen the Steelers. They can't get pressure without Watt. So Watt should not be an excuse on why they're not winning. Obviously,
yeah.
it's a big
Yeah,
one. It's a big one. It's a big one. But man, it's next man up. Every team goes through it.
almost definitely. I know that better than anybody. Anyways, yeah, you're right. I mean, they can, but don't get me wrong. Watt is like from what I've seen when playing them twice a year, he is probably one of the only linebackers I've seen be able to
Touch your mic.
jack
Touch your mic.
down. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's one of the only linebackers I've seen that can do what he does. I mean, there's a lot of other good talent at linebacker or the position he is, but he is just a whole nother breed. Like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
once you show that you can't win without him, which they've done season after season, it's easy to
yeah.
game plan for him. You don't all right. So like I know all right, we can just stop Watt. They ain't doing nothing without him. But I took two more things from that game, which is they don't take chances downfield, which is a big problem. The longest pass I seen was a 20-yard pass to George Pickens 3 times that got locked up. You guys there?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
here.
Do you remember? I'm gonna circle it back to Kenny Pickett. Do you remember when he was still in college and did that fake slide that went viral?
Yes, I do.
That dude flew up on my radar when that happened,
Yeah,
bro. And I think he's got a lot of potential. Like, I mean, nobody comes into the league a superstar. Very rarely does that happen, man. And like again, you've got to have a solid team to be a solid player, especially at quarterback, because like unless you literally run the ball, like a quarterback has to have weapons. So I don't think I wouldn't put the entire blame of the Steelers' current record on Kenny Pickett.
Most definitely. Like, look
Soak
at
flew
Rodgers.
up.
He really don't got no weapons either, but I mean,
Uh,
and he's a great quarterback. Like, it doesn't like what he's doing this year doesn't take away from what he's done in the past, but still needs to, have that weapons and people to throw to and stuff like that, which he does. They got a good talent around him. It's just like Mike said, they try to do too much.
Yeah.
and I'll give you one hot take. Jalen Warren should be starting for the Steelers at running back. That look, they don't got the best line, and he, when I seen him run the draw, he gets upfield so quick, man. Like way faster than Najee Harris can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suck for luck says it's
They
the
should use
offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh that stinks. I agree. I agree. I think it's the whole
Yeah,
team, but I'm just being a hater at that point.
they should use Najee Harris is like a third down back, like a third and one, fourth and one type of situation because he's a big back. He can get through it.
Yeah. He also said Eagles by 17 tonight. Hey, I think we're going by 20 to 30. I said that last week.
Yeah, 17 is a safe bet. I've got a bet the over 14 on the Texans. So to cover the bet, they just got to lose by 14, and now I feel like that's definitely going to
Oh
happen.
yeah, I think so too. But hey, this is a league where
And Joey, uh, damn pick'em god, bro. Shout out Joey B.
this year we've had a lot happen that nobody expected. So I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, I have another question. This was supposed to be for an individual in our league, but he did not show up to the podcast. Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard, and I'm going to give you the stats so far this season. Zeke has 109 rushing attempts with 443 rushing yards on 4 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Tony Pollard has 81 rushing attempts for 506 rushing yards with 5 touchdowns.
God almighty. Zeke was also out for a game or two, but
Still 109 attempts. That's what almost 30 more than Tony Pollard, and he has like almost 50 less yards, if not more.
yeah.
I think Pollard's better than Zeke.
I think the way that they play the two is working, where they just bring them in and out.
Yeah.
If
Ooh,
if if they came down to picking one, I'd pick Tony Pollard. Yeah.
I like
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
most definitely.
Sucks for Luck also said Cowboys average 42 points a game when Zeke doesn't play and it's just Pollard. So that just goes to show, like, you know, there's more productivity there,
Dang.
like when you got, with Pollard in there, like.
Yeah. Yeah, because you give him a chance to get into a rhythm that you don't get when he's coming in and out of the game.
But is that
But like,
42
can
points
you
just
really
for
bench?
that one game last week against the Bears?
Yeah, can you really bench a franchise player? I mean, look at what they did when Cooper Rush was on a winning streak, and as soon as Dak was healthy, they brought him back off the bench because you can't let a franchise player ride the bench, bro, and they can't let Zeke. They pay that man too much money for him to just watch football.
And I completely understand that from a business standpoint. You don't want to pay that man all that money to just sit on the bench. But at the same time, again, it's a business. You pay them players to win football games. And if Tony
Yeah.
Pollard is the man, then I feel like they should be able to put him in a lot more. At least start him. See how it works. Like next game, they can start Tony and not beat people.
Damn it, Juan. Juan got
Like
that family dollar mic, bro.
I
Juan
sure
Juan
do.
is over there walking
Juan
through
got
the
that
house
family
talking on the
dollar
phone,
mic.
man.
Straight
I
up.
sure am.
Hey, anybody listening, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for a new mic for Juan, so y'all donate.
Oh, I sure need one too.
Straight up.
But anyways, yeah. What did you say about the peanut butter thing? The peanut butter and the jelly. That's Tony Pollard is the
Okay.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, he's both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
he's the whole shebang, dog.
man, but
but
Zeke, like his ability just to like fall for extra yards is crazy. I've seen him fall for like 10 yards almost against the Eagles.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Ezekiel Elliott, like people, like he's a well-known player, bro. He's a good player. He may be having a bad season, but like Ezekiel Elliott is Ezekiel Elliott at the end of the day.
yeah, most definitely. Like I said before, from a business standpoint, you don't want to be paying that much people to ride the bench. I mean, look at the
Yeah,
Saints. They pay freaking Taysom Hill $200 something million to sit on the bench, basically.
yeah,
I would have traded Zeke
But
out,
crazy.
but that's my
but at the
personal
same
opinion.
time, you pay them all that money to win football games.
Right. All right. Well, I will talk about this too. Should DJ Moore taking his helmet off have been penalized?
Dude, I'm so glad we're bringing up the fucking Carolina Panthers. God Almighty, I at the time, dude, man, Jesus,
Damn, he better have an
when that
aneurysm
play
about
went
that.
off, when that play went off, and I saw that ball get carried 67 yards through the air, I'm fucking holding my breath. Time stood still, bro. As soon as DJ Moore caught that ball, sprinted up and down my house. I was knocking shit over, fucking punching walls. I was hyped, bro.
Damn, you
And
better
then
have a cow.
I turn around and I see a flag, and I'm like, oh damn. And I looking back at it now, the man wasn't even on the field, bro.
Right.
Was
Hey,
not
that's how
on the
it feels
field.
being a Ravens fan. Every time the ball go in the air, you got to worry about flags. But I don't think taking a helmet off should be penalized. You know how many players do that though, and he gets penalized for that. I've seen a lot of players take their helmets off when they score a touchdown or other stuff. I mean, I don't think it should be penalized.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. That's not what lost us our game. Our kicker missing 2 field goals is what lost us that game.
Yeah, I can't relate.
See, with the
Fucking yeah. So Eddie Pinheiro, if you're fucking listening to this, fuck you. You suck.
I
un,
can't relate. Tuck don't miss.
see,
Yeah,
I
right.
understand rules are rules, you know, and it's a division game, you know, a lot on the line, and I understand the rule, but putting it onto the extra point, I feel like was like it shouldn't have happened. Like normally that play right, like with that penalty, it'll get called at the end of like the kick return, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel like it shouldn't have been called that way.
yeah. But
It
another thing too, I mean,
whole
think,
shit show all around.
think about it from a player standpoint. Like, obviously, if you score a touchdown like that, your emotions are gonna get the best of you. You're gonna celebrate in whatever way possible you can.
Huh?
I feel like celebrating too hard should not be a flag because, or talking junk should not be all that. What's the flag for it again? Uh,
Sense of celebration.
yeah, I feel like it should not be like that because as a player, you got to understand that your emotions are running high. Of course, you're gonna be talking junk. Of course, you're gonna be excited that you just did something like that. I mean, hell, if I would have done some shit like that, I mean, like how a couple years ago Marshawn Lynch did the holding my nuts thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just feel like those type of penalties should not be freaking called because at the end of the day, when as a player, your emotions are running high. You know, if you do something nice like that or snag over somebody one handed, of course you're gonna be talking junk.
Shoot, they gave
So
AJ Brown.
Carolina is notorious for getting those kind of calls. So do you remember? I'm gonna bring it up. Our 15-1 record, the year where Cam Newton would dab on everybody and give footballs to little kids and have a good time. They would fine him for every single one of those footballs that he handed out.
I
So
mean, the
like,
footballs ain't no more but like $20.
yeah, why not? Yeah, and they were charging him thousands for those things, like $7,500 a football, bro, and he was handing them out happily. Um, so why not have hit DJ Moore with like a money penalty? You know, like don't fine him. I just
And again, like I said, from a player standpoint, your emotions are running high. Of course, you're gonna celebrate in those type of ways. You know, you're gonna be talking
Shoot,
junk to the other guy, like, "Oh, you can't guard me." And so, I mean, I don't think that type of crap. I mean, if you take it too far and like flip somebody off or something like that, maybe. But if you celebrating, you excited, or just take something simple like that, taking your helmet off, I feel like that should not be penalized.
I say
yeah, I agree.
I watched AJ Brown get double coverage 3 times. On the third time, he pointed and talked junk to the defenders that were doubling him and got just a personal foul and the touchdown stood like it stood like
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like those penalties.
they deserve that
Oh,
though. By the way, they deserve
For
double
answer
coverage.
to, I don't think that he should have been penalized for that.
I don't either, but like I said, I could see it from because think about it as you're on the other team. Also, look at what's on the line, the division, right?
Yeah,
And he does that, you're gonna want that call. Like it might not be something like you're gonna just go beg for. Like you're not gonna go pull a Tom Brady on
yeah.
it.
Start
But
whining.
yeah, Hines to Buffalo was the biggest under the radar trade this week.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Who said that?
sucks for luck. It looks like Colt suck. I was gonna say Brian, but no, never mind. He has been saying that all year.
Yeah, right.
Nah,
You
he's
Oh,
sound
saying
like
that
you
commish sucking in, so yeah, it's
is this
him.
people that have commented on our stuff?
This is all
yeah.
suck for luck. And I
Hey,
know
what's up?
y'all somewhere with y'all's Andrew Luck Batman signal trying to get him back. I know y'all are.
Gone are the days. Bring back Peyton Manning.
Since Andrew
Might as
Luck,
well.
they went through like 6 quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like the Broncos went through like 30 quarterbacks after Peyton Manning.
Dude. Uh, what was that? There's like, I got some fun little questions. I guess they're fun. I don't know. Let's
All right,
ride.
run.
He said, "Let's ride." Oh man, nah, not let's ride. Let's work out in the center aisle while my teammates are trying to rest.
Hell yeah.
All right, what are y'all? Last 2 weeks, I've asked y'all's top 5 quarterbacks, top 5 receivers. Now, give me your top 5 running backs.
Ooh. Let
Hey,
me go with
go ahead.
Saquon. Yeah, Saquon, Christian McCaffrey. This ain't in order, by the way. Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook. Was that 3? Derrick Henry
Lamar
and
Jackson.
Nick Chubb.
Oh
Oh, hey, Lamar's top 5 in rushing right now.
yeah.
I believe it. Hey, so mine are Saquon, Christian McCaffrey. I'm gonna put Dante Foreman in there because man just had an amazing game. And I don't see him slowing down. Mind you, he played under Derrick Henry in the Titans. And people are calling him the next Derrick Henry. That's a little fun fact. And then Derrick Henry, and then y'all probably don't want me to say this, but my 5th is going to be Jonathan Taylor, bro, because like given a better team or better coaching or better opportunity, he would be the Jonathan Taylor
Man,
that we're.
you just trying to raise his trade value.
Yeah.
Nah,
By the
he's
way,
a good running back.
For y'all in the fantasy that are listening, he wants to get rid of Jonathan Taylor.
yeah, come get him. Anybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine was Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, um, Saquon Barkley. I don't want to say that 'cause he's a giant, but I got to. Josh Jacobs and man, the fourth one I don't know. Oh man, you got Eckler, you got what's his name, Travis Etienne, you got him. It's a lot of them, but I probably have to go Eckler. But
Eckler.
Okay.
the commissioner, he said Henry, Eckler, Barkley, Cook, and Jacobs.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
All right, all right. Here's another one. If you were to start a team picking a quarterback, running back, and receiver to build around, how would you build it?
I'll let you have this one
Quarterback,
first, Tyler.
quarterback, Josh Allen. Running back, Saquon. Who receiver? Mm. I'd hate to just list the best play. Hey, you know who I'd bring in at receiver, especially with Josh Allen and Saquon? I'd get
What's that?
Odell because he's a free agent right now. I'd bring Odell in.
I'd I'd have to go with Josh Allen, my quarterback. You can really pick any running back. I like, I gotta go Nick Chubb as my running back, and then
Okay.
for my receiver, I'm going Tyreek Hill because you combine Josh Allen's arm strength with that speed, man.
Man, I forgot all about him. I'm changing my answer. Yeah, I'm changing my answer.
Well, I gotta go with something different. I'm gonna pick
Ooh,
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, Lamar.
I gotta go with my Patrick Mahomes. Let's see. For receiver, I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna put Jay Jettison there. I'm gonna put Justin Jefferson in there. All right. I'm a
Okay.
good receiver. Now, don't he can get shut down, but with the right quarterback like Mahomes, he can do his thing. And for running back, give me either Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey.
okay, okay.
because with Patrick Mahomes, your team is going to be more of a passing team anyways, and those are good receiving backs.
Christian McCaffrey's basically a quarterback now too. So
yeah.
Shoot. If I was him, I'd go in there asking for quarterback pay now.
yeah, straight up, put me on the Madden. Hey, he'll get a Madden cover next year. I guarantee it.
Suck for Luck says Allen, Henry, and Hopkins. I
Allen.
like D Hop in there. You got
Yeah,
Henry is always a good choice.
Because Derrick Henry don't need a line. He is the line.
I like that McCaffrey call, Juan, because he's not just a running back.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, as if you gonna have Patrick Mahomes, because they don't, even the Chiefs don't run a lot. If you're gonna have Patrick Mahomes on your team, you're gonna pass a lot more anyway. So Christian McCaffrey or Alvin Kamara are pretty solid receiving. They're not just running back. They're pretty solid receiving backs too. So they can go out for passes and stuff like that. So give me two receivers for
price of one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So since we're already on kind of Derrick Henry situation here, I'm gonna ask this one. This is just another fun question. All right, would you rather like have to hit Derrick Henry, or would you rather have to truck Myles Garrett?
Oh,
I'm gonna go with hitting Henry.
Yeah. I like that answer because trucking Myles Garrett, you're on his turf. You know what I mean? Like, unless you can juke away from him, you're shot. But if Derrick Henry's coming straight at you, you can step out of the way and then get him from behind. So, like, yeah, that's the safe bet.
He gonna stiff arm me like he gonna stiff arm me in the next week.
Yeah, straight.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you one. A Derrick Henry stiff arm is probably worse than a Brian stiff arm. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go with trying to truck Myles Garrett, man.
Man, Derrick Henry, man, I say this all the time. That man don't need no O-line. He is the O-line.
Straight up.
He could truck you, stiff arm you, anything, man. I'm good on that. I've seen the way Brian's thrown you and Louise in our football games. I'm good. All right. I know we talked about the Giants before, but after this last game against the Seahawks, do y'all think they are contenders or pretenders?
I think if they make it to the playoffs, they don't make it past the first round.
Yeah, everybody but the Commanders in the East are probably going to playoff shot. And I don't think the Giants. Yeah, I'm with Tyler here. I don't think the Giants going to get past the first round. Now, if they do, they might got something going. But as of right now, I mean, they're pretty solid. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, but nobody expected the Giants to do what they did. They would do what they're doing. So I might think
ask you a question.
I don't know if I want to answer that one because it's gonna sound like I'm a hater.
Yeah, who do the
it's
Giants
okay to be a hater.
Who do the Giants have to go through to win their division?
Two teams are not going to get past. I mean, I think they'll win one against Philly. I mean, I'm just being honest on that one because it's division games. It's tough,
Yeah.
But
nobody knows.
I just don't. I don't see it.
Tell that to the Bengals. It's supposed to be a tough game.
It could be. Hey, tonight we could lose by 50. I don't count nobody out.
The only way that would happen is if like a bomb went off in the stadium or something. You'd have to have a terror attack for you to lose this game
tonight. hey, anything can happen, man.
Any given Sunday, Thursday,
right,
or
right.
Yeah. Any given day of the week.
Right. All right, that was the last of the questions. Hold up. Commissioner Suck for Luck, you got any questions?
hey, if anyone's listening, I say this all the time. If y'all ever play me in Madden and y'all run 2 clock from the first quarter, y'all suck. I can't stand people that play like that, yo. Like, I played someone today and he ran the whole first half out before I even touched the ball once.
In Madden, you have to 2 clock.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. So keep doing it. You're smart.
I hate it. Like, dude, I I couldn't even. I played one dude today, and I could not even touch the. I touched the ball once in the whole first half, and he only scored one touchdown
Well, that's how you do it.
the
Well,
whole
He fit.
game
thanks
though.
for giving me the scout report there.
The
Yeah,
whole
straight
game
up.
though. I
We
still
know
beat
how to
him by
beat.
like 20. Or her. This is 2022. I don't discriminate.
Hey, come on.
But
Oh shit.
I'm just saying like that oh that ooh that irritates me so dang some type of way that's just I don't know man I feel like I almost broke my controller dude.
Come on.
Well,
I ended up winning by like 20 points though, so I'm okay with that.
let's look at these predictions for this week. We got it. It's like the shortest week in football like so far. We got one, two,
A lot of
three,
buys. A
13
lot of
games.
buys.
13 games.
Yeah.
So Philadelphia, Houston. Uh, I'm 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 going Houston. No, I'm playing
Um,
Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I'm joking, man.
I'm probably gonna go Philadelphia. You can't go against your team, Mike.
yeah.
You,
I don't even need to answer that. Just Marcus, all three of us do.
I got you. I got you. All right. Chargers, Atlanta.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah,
I'm going. Mm,
I'm taking
I'm,
I'm
I'm,
taking the Chargers, man.
I'm opposing you on this one. I'm going Atlanta.
Okay.
Ooh,
Miami, Chicago. Ooh, that's man. All right.
I want to see how Chicago's gonna do with Claypool, but Miami still. I'm gonna have to go with Miami, man.
I'm gonna pick Chicago, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What's up?
Did you look at the points that the Cowboys allowed from Chicago?
Yeah, and then on top of that, Chicago's not even all that good to get that many points.
Yeah, and the Cowboys got a top five defense, so I'm gonna pick Chicago on this one.
All right, Tyler, you're the tiebreaker.
Uh, I'm gonna have to go with Miami.
Panthers and Bengals.
Ooh, I want to go Cincinnati.
Yeah, of course you do.
Is
No, man,
Lamar back?
they they just yeah they just
Panthers.
they just had a tough loss, and you know Joe
Panthers.
Shiesty ain't gonna put up with that.
I'm going Panthers.
I'm
Yeah,
going
come
Cincinnati. I mean
on. Yes, sir. Me too.
Well,
that's
Carolina.
Cincinnati, man.
Carolina.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know Joe Shiesty ain't gonna put up with that.
And we
Hey, well,
probably
we
got
ain't.
the worst game of the week for this one. Packers, Lions. Packers. I'm
The
joking.
Lions are gonna put up 43 points and then still lose that game.
Yeah, I'm going Packers.
I'm going Packers too.
Colts and
Yeah,
Patriots.
I'm
Oh, this was
going Pats. I'm going Pats.
I'm going
You
Indianapolis.
know, Brian, for the last like 2 weeks, I gave y'all hope trying to, but I gotta go New England this week.
I'm going Indianapolis, man. Indian Ryan Dog, I got you, man. I
I got
got you.
past 2 weeks I bet on Indianapolis and they lost, so I'm gonna go New England, hoping that Colts win. All right,
All
got
right.
the Bills and Jets.
Oh, that's gonna be a good
This is
game
my
though.
upset. This is my upset. This is my
I
upset.
You
might go.
Jets over Buffalo to me
We
because
gotta see
the
how. I
Bills
think
have
they should.
not played a good defense.
You're absolutely right, and I think Sauce Gardner will be a good matchup
But
against Stephon Diggs
yes,
if they
yes,
put him
yes,
there.
yes. That matchup, I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm gonna have to go with you, Mikey. Let's do Jets. To me,
Yeah, I like that answer. Let's all three go with the Jets.
God knows why I'm
John
going
gonna like
Steelers.
that.
Vikings at Commanders.
Vikings.
I gotta go
Yeah,
Vikings.
Vikings. Yeah.
Uh, Raiders at Jaguars.
Ooh, Raiders.
I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence on this one.
Yeah, I
I,
was gonna
I
say
think
I'm taking
Jaguars might get this one.
Unwin Wonder. I'm going Jags.
Seahawks at Cardinals.
Come on, Hawks.
Right, Seahawks. I don't
Dang.
know, man. They lost to Minnesota last week. I gotta go. I gotta go Seahawks, man. Seahawks
Yeah,
need
I'm
to beat
probably.
the Giants team.
They did. I probably go Seattle too.
Rams and Buccaneers.
Ooh, this see. Oh man, Brady cannot lose
He
four in a
can't lose.
row.
He can't lose this one.
No, I don't think so, man. I'm gonna have to go with my boy
Does
Brady.
he have the wet? Mike Evans, bro. Are you kidding me? That's your best hope. Mike Evans, if you're watching this, tighten up.
I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one.
I'm calling the Rams. Jalen Ramsey's him. He still is.
They, they still both
Yeah.
suck.
I'm going, hey, look, I really need Brady to pop off this week, so I'm going Tampa Bay, but I already know I'm going to regret
I'm
that.
gonna tell you Rams. I'll bet against Tom Brady this week. I
Fair
bet
enough.
against him last week. Well, I bet with him last week, and he lost. Okay. Titans and Chiefs. Chiefs.
Oh,
I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
okay. Here's my answer, and I'm gonna tell you why. All right. First, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna go with Kansas City. Secondly, is because I need Patty Mahomes to put up 50 points.
All right. Lamar Jackson versus the Saints. No, I'm playing Ravens versus the Saints.
You mean the Baltimore Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Baltimore Jackson. Come on.
Hey, you can't go against Baltimore. I'm telling you, man. We gonna take them Saints, man. And Steve ain't gonna like to hear that. But I'm going again. I'm going with my boy Lamar.
You can't, but I'm gonna backtrack real quick to last week when the Saints shut out the Raiders.
Well, we're not the Raiders. We are the Baltimore Ravens, and we got number 8 under center, and he is a good quarterback.
Yeah, and he's blowing leads all season.
Saints by 30.
That's the defense.
Saints by
That's
30.
the defense.
Oh,
All right, just
God. This
you
is a
watch,
tough
Mike.
one. Like, I want to see the Saints lose because of my division, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints, man. I'll probably regret that one too.
And
But
this is gonna be the game that's gonna help y'all lose in the predictions because it was one last week.
Look, I don't want to give it to the Saints, but I gotta give it to the Saints. Like I'm just gonna do it, man, because they got a rhythm last week. Y'all beat Tom Brady. That's always a good thing, but it's the Buccaneers. They've not been good
yeah,
all year. Saints haven't either, but they caught fire. I think, man.
Well, we
Look,
caught fire
look at
too,
what
so
they
we just
do
gonna
with
have
Jameis Winston.
we just gonna have to put some water on their fire because we caught some fire too. You know what I'm saying?
He got caught
okay.
on
In the
fire.
last 2 weeks, we finally closing some game. We
Dumpster
finally
fire,
closing some games out.
dude.
Oh yeah. Since I want to ask one more thing. Cause last week we talked about that trade at the end. So we just gonna let that trade right there, Mike Williams for Jamar Chase, go through too.
No, I
They snuck that one in there, and nobody went against it.
no, I voted against it.
I did too, but I mean,
His
hey,
argument was Jamar Chase is out. That doesn't
they
make a
got the
fault.
same time span right now.
Yeah.
For at least 4 weeks, it's the same time span. But you know what? I mean, I feel like if you're gonna beg that much for a player, might as well just have him, man. Just take him, whatever.
Well
All
then,
right.
hey Sam, if you're listening, let me get Foreman, man. I'm begging you. Mikey said you should do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Hey,
somebody
let me get
please
all y'all's best players
come,
though.
somebody please come get Jonathan Taylor. I swear I'll dump him on waivers and y'all can just pick him up as a free agent.
I mean,
I need Mahomes to put up like 60 points this week.
we are dumping players, Tyler. We are dumping them.
God, like, can you
Man, y'all
really
see
dump the first overall pick? Like, would that really be a thing I could do?
What, trade your first
man.
overall pick like
No,
the
I'm
Leafs did?
talking about just dropping him and letting somebody, whoever sees it first, picks him up.
Oh,
I,
this is something I wanted to talk. This is something I wanted to talk about too before we end. Okay, so like we got we got Deshaun Jackson, right? Well, is he gonna get more targets now that Rashad Bateman is out for the season? Is he gonna be on that field a lot more? That's my
no,
question.
he'll be on the field, but not get more targets.
Well, Rashad, I mean, I'm just saying because I mean, now Duvernay's our god this year. Duvernay's been stepping up. Like that is our god this year. I
He'll
mean,
get even more targets. I bet with Deshaun Jackson's speed, they gotta do something
yeah.
about him. They can't just like let him run free.
I mean, I don't know. They said I seen one thing saying that he might play Monday, but if not, he's definitely probably gonna play next week against Carolina.
His best days
Come
are
on.
still in Philadelphia. They're gone.
Hey, speaking of y'all playing Carolina, what's up with our schedule being so hard? Like you got some of the best teams in the league that are playing Pop Warner all season, and then you've got Carolina just hitting haymakers all
Okay,
season, bro.
okay, but let me ask you this: if you put the Chiefs or the Bills in Carolina's position on that schedule, are they still hard?
What do you mean? Like if the Chiefs had our schedule,
Yeah, would it still be hard?
still a hard schedule because they're playing top ranked teams.
But the Chiefs are also considered a top ranked team as well. But yeah, we play Carolina next week. And I think Deshaun Jackson might play. If he don't play this week, he's probably more than likely going to play next week against Carolina.
I
Mike,
feel
if you
like
have the computer in front of you, can you look up Carolina's schedule for the remainder of the year?
I can, yeah. Matter of fact,
Because if I pull it up on my phone, it'll pull me out of the podcast.
Hey, the NFC South is like the get your team right like type of division right now. Like you go to the NFC South when you want to get your
the
team right.
NFC South is this year's version of the NFC East.
I agree.
Like not
I
You
this
agree.
year's
go,
version, but like they're this year's NFC East. Like we normally suck, like the whole division.
Yeah. Well, I
but
mean,
you
you
got to
know,
send somebody to the playoffs. So y'all ain't out of it, Tyler.
yeah,
So
we're one. I mean, that last game we just played was the deciding factor on the entire division. And if we, if we would have won and the Saints would have won, our entire well, they did win. But if both of them teams had won, our entire division would have been 3-5.
so y'all got
What?
the Bengals, Falcons, Ravens, Broncos, but y'all get a good bye week at week 13. That's pretty good, and come back
Yeah.
play the Seahawks, Steelers, Lions, Buccaneers, Saints. See, all right,
It's
We got
game
the
day,
Hawks,
a
we
day
got
where
the
great
Cincinnati,
food,
we got
friends, and family
Baltimore. Like,
always come together.
bro,
Whether you're heading to the
we're
stadium
just
or making
trying
your own
out here,
tailgate at
bro. Like,
home,
give us some
Harris
easy
Teeter
shit. Give
is
us the
always
Browns,
game
the
day ready.
Raiders.
Harris
Give us
Teeter,
the
You
let's
see
game
what the
Jaguars.
day
Browns did to Cincinnati? What are you
Yeah, but
talking?
what the Browns did to us week 1, bro. But we didn't have the best quarterback of all time, PJ Walker, in. You know what I mean? The man's throwing
what do I
bombs.
gotta do
I
to
mean,
become the best quarterback of all time? Just wear a Panthers jersey.
yeah, exactly. Since 2016, since next gen stats have been a thing, which is such a weird stat, anyways. That's the longest throw that's been recorded. So in the past 8 years, or however long that's been, longest throw that's ever been recorded.
Man, he threw a Nerf ball.
Hey, hey,
He
you
threw
know, Baltimore's
one.
still the only team with a kickoff return touchdown.
They did what?
Huh?
They did what?
We're still the only team with a kick return touchdown.
In all of NFL history.
No, this season.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a hard thing to do, bro. You got to get a lot of good blocks and a lot of good shit, some shit like that.
Yeah,
Well,
we're still the only team with one.
I
What?
really admire your fandom, man, because you could take the smallest stat and you amplify it like crazy, man.
I
You know
seen a
Baltimore
thing
has
on
the
Facebook,
I love it though, man. I love it.
Hey,
That's
you
all.
know
and
Baltimore has the longest socks this season. Their socks are the longest in NFL history.
like Lamar Jackson's still the only person to throw for 400 and rush for over 100 and still
Hey,
skip 40 TDs.
Baltimore has the best tasting Gatorade in all of NFL right now. Well known
like,
fact.
like Brian might not like to hear this, but still, Lamar Jackson, when we played the Colts last year, he went 37 for like 40 and 400 passing yards and freaking 100 something rushing yards. And then on top of that, threw 4 TDs. And you know, he's still the only player to do that in history.
History.
I listened to them. I listened to them talk about Lamar and the Ravens during the games. Like he said, we're still the only team to have a kick return,
If
punt return
Lamar
touchdown.
Jackson leaves